Hello, Joe here from Scarff Ford. Today we're going to talk about this awesome 2022 Ford Bronco. This is the Outer Banks model. It's a two-door version. The two-door has a little bit better off-road prowess than the four-door model with better departure and arrival angles. And it's just easier with a shorter wheelbase to maneuver around tight and narrow trails. So if you don't need four doors and you want the ultimate off-road prowess, this two-door version of the Bronco is definitely one to consider. This thing's in beautiful shape, 21,000 miles. This is the second model year for the Bronco, arrived in 2021, so the 2022 is the second year of the return of the fantastic Bronco brand. We have the original build sheet on this one. You might notice that it's in, some of the stuff's in metric. Well, this was a previous Canadian vehicle. It has been changed over to a US. It's titled in the US, the odometers in miles and all that stuff. So don't worry, these are built in the same factory as US ones, but this one happened to, I guess, spend a little bit of its life in Canada, and then they import it back to the United States. So it's just pretty much like buying a US a US version of the Bronco, since they're pretty much the same. This has a few optional odds and ends. Obviously, the dollar amounts are in Canadian. This has the Cyber Orange Metallic Tri-Coat paint, was a $550 premium color. This has the upgraded 2.7 liter Ecoboost V6, a turbo 4-cylinder standard. You get 330 horsepower with that twin turbo V6, and some might argue it's a little bit more refined. Then we have the Sasquatch package, which is kind of the equivalent of the Rubicon package on the Jeep Wrangler. So the Sasquatch package gives you the front locking differentials. You get these amazing 35-inch tires. I think this is actually the first production vehicle ever to have factory 35-inch tires with beadlock capable wheels. Then we have the modular front bumper that was $1,050. Then we have this upgraded leather interior, $2,500, brush card $300. And of course we have a complimentary copy of this build sheet if you want to peruse it yourself. Obviously the Jeep Wrangler had no competition for quite a while. Then in 2001, the Ford Bronco came along and it set the world by storm. The automotive press really likes it. One of my favorite publications, automotive publications, Car and Driver magazine. They gave it an Editor's Choice Award. They have a CD rating, 1 out of 10. They give us a 9.5 out of 10. And some advantages it has over the Wrangler. Obviously, there's a lot of Wranglers on the road, so it's something different. Well, also you can also say it's a little bit more refined than a Wrangler, because the Wrangler has a solid front axle, which for ultimate off-road prowess might have some advantages. But don't get me wrong, this thing is pretty close to the Wrangler as far as off-road prowess goes. But having an independent rear suspension, which the Bronco has, unlike the Wrangler, it gives you much better on-road driving dynamics. These things actually drive really nice on road. Even this one, despite its high ride height and gigantic 35-inch tires. You could almost call this like a luxury SUV on the inside. You could be out in the rugged outdoors, but you can be in total comfort. We have these lovely two-tone leather seats for the Bronco embroidered into the seats. And then we have heated seats, dual zone auto climate control. We have a 10-speed automatic transmission. Go over any terrain. That's what that acronym stands for. So we have a great four-wheel drive system, two-wheel drive high. Then, as you'd expect with a off-road vehicle, you have a true two-speed transfer case with low range. Of course, we have navigation, rear parking camera. We have the buttons right here to lock the differentials. Pretty cool. And then this has a hard top, but like the Jeep Wrangler, it's completely removable. You can actually also remove the doors. And what was smart on Ford's part, unlike the Wrangler, the mirrors aren't mounted onto the doors. So when you take the doors off, you're not going to lose your side mirrors, keeping it legal for most places to drive on road. It's a really cool color combination. And who better to buy a pre-owned Ford from than a new Ford retailer like us? Our techs work on these vehicles on a daily basis, are very familiar with them. So you can buy with confidence, knowing you purchase this from a Ford dealership. And it's just tooting at me because there's a smart proximity key, just reminding me, hey, I'm running in case you forgot. There's those awesome 35-inch tires. We have the it looks like it might have the bead locks on them with a Sasquatch package. So you get these 17-inch wheels with that Sasquatch package. I love this color. And then there are the mirrors mounted onto the hood, pretty much, not on the doors. So when you take the doors off, you won't lose your side mirrors. Then we have that optional front brush guard. We have the metal modular front bumper, ready to add winches and other modifications to it. There's a fantastic twin turbo V6, 330 horsepower, pretty much all the power you'd want in a vehicle like this. It's really quick. And I mean, look at the amount of ground clearance, the very short arrival and departure angles. This thing's an absolute beast off-road. And that's a wonderful thing about here in the Pacific Northwest. We have so many outdoor things to do. You know, you can go like on the dunes on the Oregon coast, down in Florence. You can go into, you know, some of the parks in the mountains and stuff like that. So many great off-road trails. You can go over into the eastern Washington, into the more desert areas. There's just so many outdoor activities you can do, and this is your ticket. This is your magic carpet to whisk you off to those amazing places. And you know, and as far as off-roading goes, you don't have to do technical off-road trails and stuff like that. There are a lot of easy does it, you know, forest service roads, maybe a trail where you might drive through a couple inches of water or something like that. You don't have to do crazy stuff to get into the outdoors. A lot of fun. Obviously, you have a little bit less cargo and passenger space with the two-door model, which you know, more than makes up for it in you know, increased off-road prowess. But you know, you can fold down these rear seats for more cargo space for those Costco or Home Depot trips. You have these nice integrated tie downs. One awesome off-road vehicle. Well, there you have it, a beautiful example of a 2022 two-door Bronco, Outer Banks with a Sasquatch package. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hope to see you soon, and have a wonderful day.